Hey guys, Jonathan and Craig here with Cables and Kits, and today we're going to be talking about the Catalyst 3560-48PS-S switch, which is the one you see here. If you guys have ever set foot in front of in a wiring closet or a data center, you guys most likely have seen one of these, or its 3750 sister. So it could be either.
Okay, whatever.
Kissing cousins?
Kissing cousins? Whatever? Stacking cousins? No, they don't stack.
We're going to run through the quick specs on this particular switch, and then maybe if we got some time on the end, we'll dive into some of the specifics. But this particular switch is a PoE 48-port switch. Now, what that means when we say PoE, there's 4 basic types of PoE that you guys will see out in the wild. The first one is pre-standard PoE, which you'll see in the earliest Catalyst switches. Standard PoE, which is up to 15.4 watts of available power. PoE Plus, which is 30 watts of available power, and then the newer UPoE or Universal PoE, which will supply up to 60 watts of power per port. Now, some of the things, it is a lot of power, it's powerful.
Yeah.
Some of the things you need to take into consideration when you're talking PoE or PoE applications or PoE deployment, the aggregate of wattage that you're using across each port can never exceed the maximum allowable, or the maximum wattage allocation for the power supply itself. So for instance, on this particular switch, it has 370 watts of power. So the switch is going to use some amount of that wattage, and then you have to decide which units you're using, how many of those units, and what the wattage requirement is, the wattage requirement for each of those units. So there's some math involved. If you have any questions about that, shoot us a quick email. We can kind of guide that conversation and maybe help you get figured out.
And I think that the basic idea there is that when you buy a PoE switch, you can't particularly expect to load up every single port to its absolute max. There are switches that are built with enough power in the power supply, enough wattage available that you can do that with.
Sure.
But those are the newer series, especially where you're having upgraded power supplies and dual power supplies that provide that amount of power.
Correct.
Or
and
not
those
dual, the dual is redundancy, but the upgraded power supplies.
Correct. And the newer switches, you can do one of two things with the additional power supplies. You can run them redundant, so they're failover, or you can pull the power even from other switches within the stack. So that's
sharing is caring.
It is. It is. If you got any questions, again, the whole topic of PoE can be a little bit convoluted if you're not familiar with it. Good thing is we are, and we can help you guide that conversation.
We're convoluted?
No, PoE is convoluted.
Oh, okay.
You should listen.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's a new concept for me.
One more quick thing I want to cover on this is the 4 Sfp ports that you'll also find on this switch. Sfp ports will uplink a switch, and typically is when you're going to uplink is when you have like closets on different floors and things like that.
Or different parts of a data center.
Correct. Yeah, you can go horizontal or vertical. It's not necessarily meant for stacking, switches in the same cabinet itself. You would need a different switch for that.
But I suppose in the older series like these, it's kind of a poor man's stack. If you really needed to use it for that, you could always use a short jumper and stack the switch that way. But you're limited by your throughput.
That's exactly right.
Because I guess these are going to be a 1 gig uplink port.
They will.
Right? Okay.
They will. Yeah. And I believe that the stacking cables on the stack-wise switches, I think they're in the 30s somewhere.
Like 32 gigabits, I think.
Something like that. Yeah. But again, give us a call if you got a specific question about that. We can answer that for you.
So real quick, just as always, rack mount kit, power cord, console cable comes all brand new with every switch or router or device that we sell. And as with everything, lifetime warranty with advanced replacement, same-day shipping till 8 p.m., and of course our wonderful customer service. So if you have any needs for this or another device like it, please give us a call. We'll be glad to help you out.